Excuse the style and quality of this video, but it's just a quick exercise so people can see visually how we ought to be viewing the scriptures when we're reading in these studies. So we recently read in Genesis about Pharaoh's dream, what happened in Pharaoh's dream. Okay, we learn that Pharaoh stood on the shore of the Nile and he saw that there were 7 fat cows grazing in the Nile and the reeds, and we see about all the other things that happen, the ears of grain that come up that are good and nice, and then afterwards the 7 withered cows that swallow up the fat ones, and the 7 scorched grains that swallow up the other grains. And we think it's just one thing, but Joseph gives us a very handy hint. He says the 2 are one. So, leaving Pharaoh for a moment, we fast forward to the Sea of Galilee, where Yahushua stood on the shore of the sea and greeted his disciples as they were coming in from fishing. 7 of them, by the way. Simon, Nathanael and Didymus, the 2 sons of Zebedee, and the other 2 disciples. And so you see that you have Pharaoh and 7 fat cows, good for food. Or you could say they are 7 ears of grain in one stalk. Let's take this a bit further and go to the book of Revelation. I think it's Revelation 13. And the dragon stood on the shore of the sea, and out of the sea came a beast with 7 heads and 10 horns and 10 crowns on its horns. It's the same kind of concept. These are the 7 withered and ugly cows and the 7 parched grains that come up out. And what do? They go to war and devour the 7 good and fat cows. But we know that our good shepherd will crush the head of that old serpent, the dragon Satan. And so even though the withered cows, right, because it's all one picture now, it's all the same riverbank, even though the 7 withered cows swallow up the 7 fat cows, it's not instantly. We know that this is a 7-year period, and the times are cut short in the last days. So we don't get 7 years, we get 3.5-year periods. 3.5 years, 42 months, time, times, and half a time. They're all the same thing, they're all one. And so we have the Great Tribulation spelled out for us in 3 different parts of the Bible. But if we don't learn discernment and how to see where they overlap, when we read, we're just left with this.